What's happening, everybody? Hope you're having a beautiful and amazing Friday. Very happy to be here for another one. Show number 3777 here on Twitch. What a number. What's up, Athros, KSWA, Tharson? Hope you all having a nice morning. Athros reports that the demo of this game, the progress carries over when you buy the base game. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright, so today I'm going to be playing as a Dax Contraband Runner. We've done a bunch of botany runs. This is my highest ranked character, but moving on to this, I actually think this character is a little bit kind of medium style, but I find the kit interesting, so I kind of want to push it and see what we can get going here. Patch today. The weapons grade uranium now gives projectiles 40% chance to inflict one radiation instead of inflicting radiation on every hit. That's fair. This was super OP. If you got the weapons grade uranium early, this is still very good, but it's no longer like a immediate nuke. I'm gonna stick with these trinkets for now. I might swap them up later.
Make some noise and break some toys.
Wow, dude, sewer tube with a upgrade kit right away. That's crazy. What is the start right now? It's really heavy on the fuel usage, but I think if I just plop this in here right now, it's like really good. Let's go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and go here too. The conveyor belt's also a decent upgrade, but wow. Hey, welcome back, tacos. I think fuel pump's generally good too, and we're low on fuel here, so let's just do it. And then we'll hope we roll a crew, of course. We did roll a crew. It's too expensive. We also got an additional sewer tube. We're going to get level 3 sewer tube here. That's bananas. I'm kind of considering if I want to drop something here, like maybe the flight deck, just to get the second person on the thing here. I don't like the ships gaining radiation as much, but I mean, early on this is certainly fine. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to drop this. Okay, I definitely want this and that. Maybe I just want everything here. There has to be a way to do this where the pump is going on the sewer tube. There it is. Very awkward opener, but very strong. Level 3 sewer tube. Let's go.
I've got no time for cauldron scum.
Pretty devastating there. All right. 20 health and 2 acid. That's actually good for us here. Well, not to mention the 20 health. The 2 acid's good because we just remove it right away off of the ship. More or less. I'm kind of leaning towards the cheap space, but this fuel pump is also good. I think we got to go for the cheap space. I got to get my stuff reconfigured. Okay, we got an additional crew here for the sewer tube. That's definitely priority. Yeah, what if we just let's buy this wing here. Then we have $8 left, so I'm looking at... I'd probably, for this combat, go for the sewer tube. Like, we're basically going to nuke them, so I do want these two things. A little bit less keen on getting the smokestack now. I don't think it's as important with the current setup. Let's just do a quick reconfig here, though, to make sure we're getting getting this going. Alright, awkward shape, but fair. Don't currently have more crew anyways, so... Cool. Cool.
I'm just window shopping.
Legend of Goopmen, here we go. Now you're thinking with Goop. I also want this reactive armor, nice piece. Hey, what's up, Sammy? A lot of cool people here this morning.
Call me toxic.
I do have a railgun here, which is nasty. Wow. Okay, does stealing the plant actually do anything for me here? Okay, I'm not convinced now. I was thinking it looked really good, but it's I think galvanized plate is important because we are self-damaging with this radiation. Okay. It's gonna be hard to combine Leica with these other crew and keep them near the sewer tube. I mean, drum could even work here. We're already getting quite a few crew going. It's a little bit of an odd line, but between sewer tube and the 1,000-year drum, that's a lot. We'd be committing to getting a lot of crew if we did this. Crackling core is, really good, but kind of just leaning towards Leica. She's slow, but let's just say we have Leica next to the sewer tube. We can get at least 2 connections. It's asynchronous PvP, Melodist. I'm kind of wondering if we're even going to stay with the conveyor belt here. Probably. Grabbing the scaling is okay. We stick with the... I wonder if the level up of the... if I take the crystal here, if it's going to get us to 4 acid. Probably not. It will give us more burn, though. I think the crystal is the right choice here. I'm basically keying into one very strong item, so it's all making sense. Okay, we're going to need this. Gonna need this too. Hit him with the goop.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Yeah, I'll buy this tank too. So this thing increases the scaling of all items, but if we go get weight, it's very bad. On this ship, I don't usually get weight, so about it. We got 5% more acid to burn. Fair enough. Okay, another crew. Grab this thing too. I do need some fuel. This will cover us for a bit though. Alright, this ship's a little bit ramshackle right now, but tomorrow we can redo the ship and buy all this stuff. It's ramshackle, but not ill-conceived. Dang, Crimbus, look at the HP difference there. 75 to 129. Sorry, Jarsk. Alright, it's going to be cheap crew here. The more people we put on the sewer tube, the better off it is. Okay, let me just drop this here real quick.
Nice. Definitely a choice.
Chemist is definitely great too. Got $8 left. Let's just go for the fuel increase here. So something I came into contact with yesterday is that fuel is debuff resistance, which is every single type of hazard. So stun, no. Acid, rust, burn, hack, cold, radiation, etc. So this fuel tank item is very valuable because it gives 8% debuff resist, which is a lot. I feel as if it's not even worth redoing yet. I don't know though. Maybe it is. Because if I don't, I put the smokestack here. Where am I going to put the smokestack now? Well, I think charging faster at base is probably better than the other way. Alright, I'm going to run it like this, and then tomorrow I'm going to redo the ship. Gonna hold on to my cash here.
I got no time for Cauldron scum.
That single tile wouldn't have been a bad pick either. Nice. Pretty devastating. What's this one do? Chance to inflict burn on hit. I mean, that's not bad. We got a burst weapon here. Let's buy the cheap space. Alright, here's the enriched uranium, which becomes the weapons grade. It's a little bit late here, but, you know, even then I should probably take this in. I don't know. Kind of feels like I don't need to redo the ship now. Let's go here. We can get the smokestack on something else.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Yeah, I just don't have good smokestack targets, is the bottom line. Fair enough.
In love with Lady Luck. I like it.
Okay, one of my personal favorite items right here. This thing's also awesome. It does cost fuel, though. I don't think I'm going to go for the necrotic beam. It's definitely a nice weapon, but nuclear reactor also is legendary. But if you look at the size of the ship versus the size of the nuclear reactor, it takes up all of our space, so we have to give up synergy, which I'm not willing to do. Okay, I know I said I was going to redo it, but I'm not. Probably going to be, if I find another crew, put the pipes on the other side of the conveyor belt. Anyways, here we go. Ventilation system would be a nice side to the conveyor belt too if we get more crew. Hey there, John Joviak. Welcome in. Wow. Every 11 seconds, restore 15 health and gain 1 cold. That's a nice effect. It's also very nice defensively. I'm very likely best off here just grabbing crew, though maybe I'm happy with this amount of crew on the sewer tube. The cooldown reductions are pretty nice, but maybe not nicer than amount of acid. I do think this gem's pretty solid. There's a guaranteed to go off once, so it's a 15 health restore. What item does it go to? And yeah, we are going to take this crew, because I'm going to move the fuel pump to the conveyor belt. Like this.
That is definitely a choice.
Alright, we're pretty full up here. Ooh. Yeah, we'll level up the hero here. I don't see any reason not to upgrade the crew. Get additional acid resistance, and we also have bonus scaling. How many tiles are we at right now? 30? So I can only have 5 more tiles. I probably want to buy a 4 slot rather than a 3. Also thinking if I reconfigure after buying, these tubins are looking pretty solid. Let's buy a couple tubins.
Oh, your whining tone will be silenced.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the CPR unit. Fair enough. I'm gonna buy another fuel pump here. Okay, give me a 4 square that isn't leaded. I could start converting the Goopmens, but I think I like the janitors on board better. We do get slightly more... I guess if I start Goopmening, then we do get more use out of the enriched uranium later. So yeah, we probably do start converting to Goopmens. But never mind here. I'm going to do a roll. I'm hoping for inventory space. Okay, there it is. So now we're at 34 whole tiles. If we go to 35, we get our first weight. You can see the line down here. And if we get our first weight, then we take extra damage because of this crystal. Tough but fair. Alright, it is definitely time to reconfigure the ship. I'm doing it at a moment where we have exactly enough space for everything, which is a little bit awkward, but also fair. Prefer to have be over space, like 3 or 4, makes the reconfiguring a lot easier.
Just leave room for the good stuff. Hundreds of ship in the cauldron today. Let's empty their bellies.
Alright, I do think the conveyor belt needs to go into... here. A little curious if this is the right item. Like, the sewer tube's so effective, it might not be. Legend of Goopmen. Alright. You know... I'm actually going to put the ventilation system here.
That is definitely a choice.
That is definitely a choice indeed. Alright, so we have the tube feeding the factory tube, feeding the conveyor belt, which charges our main items. Gotta change my mind here. Okay, so in order to get this down, I gotta go like this. Alright, the ship's been reconfigured. The only thing that could maybe be better here is the smokestack could be hitting on more targets, but that's okay. I think that's a solid reconfig. Ooh, those spikes. The double spike factory there is crazy. Legend of Goopmens. I guess I'll take the armor here. I don't really want more space. I don't have space for the spike plate. We're now at the cusp of the size of the ship, and the cauldron power crystals really don't want us to be going oversized. Well, this thing's awesome. Level this up. Can I combine anything here to make room for that? I'm probably just going to drop the chemical tank here. I actually think this toxic barrel is a much nicer item than the drainage pipes. It has guaranteed radiation and acid, so I'm in. I might as well take this freight. It's a little bit late, but still 2 electricity start of turn. Additional Goopmens. I wonder if we transform this guy if he keeps his mutation. Let's find out if that's true or not. He probably should.
Sniveling rats. You steal from those who have so little.
Ooh!
Want, take, have.
That was a quick one. Let's take a look at the battlefield here real quick. That felt like a very aggressive setup. What is this thing? Nuclear warhead, okay. Cool.
I could flip this for good coin back at the station.
I mean, nuclear warheads inflicting 10 radiation is really good. I just don't know where I could find space for this. It seems unlikely. Okay, they do keep the mutation on transformation. That's nice. I'll still buy it, I guess. Okay, level up of an item. That's easily going to be the sewer tube. I don't think nuke's making the cut here. If I had a bigger ship, I would. After this combat, we get the enriched uranium. I'm not really projectile setup, so it's not going to work that way, but it's still good. I'm out of here. I think we're on rails right now.
You couldn't hit the broadside of a black hole.
Wow.
That
was a really beefy ship. See, they had 4 weights. They were 12% slower, which probably hurt them a bit. Triple tricannon. Wow. Quintuple fuel pump. Alright, now we got here 40% chance to inflict 1 radiation instead of 2 radiation. This was today's patch, and definitely a fair one. This was really strong. Oh, hey, we can mutate crew here. Let's go. Gigantism. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I should throw in somebody else in there. The gigantism is a little bit of a downside. Debuff resistance, love it. $15 all health restore, awesome. Stun resist, nice. Okay, cool. Goopmens. Oh, you get a lot of HP when you're large Doomrix. It's a trade-off. Depending on your build, being larger and having weight can definitely be beneficial.
Bend like the willow, strike like the storm. Choke on your own filth.
Nice, I think we're good here. Wow, 156 burn. That's definitely the most burn I've ever had. Well, that was a super clean shot. We got this sewer tube on day 1, and it was kind of, it was go from there. A real banger opening up today. Okay. I really like Repair Arm. I mean, it's nice. But it's a little bit clunky in the current setup. Could probably just buy the autocannon to be using ammo here. And go here. I guess the issue with the repair arm this early is that we don't have a very high percentage health. Even then. Go like this. Here.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
We'll toss the autocannon on. It gives us something to use ammo on. And then we get the four-way here. Only downside is we're not using the other side of the conveyor belt. No? Makes the tubins a little tricky here, too. I think I am going to buy tubins, though. I'm going to reconfigure the ship here in a minute. Well, maybe I don't buy the tubins yet. Let's roll here. Okay, that's nice. +1 repair start of turn, that's a must-have. I'm going to lock this janitor crew and put this in the freight. Because we've got 2 freight items on day 1, so we're gaining these stats at the start of each day. Repair is really nice because it's like heal every second for every repair you have.
Have to stay one step ahead.
Sad, stupid, soon dead.
I do. Yeah, armor gain increase, fair enough. Alright, let's go for this electricity weapon. At least for right now, it gives us a quad arm going on. I mean, I think I was going to go Goopmen's here. They're good little kitties, okay? I mean, no sewer tube or anything here, but I think with that we still we're still going to take the Goopmens, and we're going to take the janitor. We're going to convert the janitor to a Goopmens. Also, fuel pump's just quite nice here. Let's buy that. I don't know if I need to lock this space yet. Let's lock this space and roll. Starting with radiation's a little bit tough, but 30 armor right now, I mean, that's more than 30% health. Let's give it a try. I haven't played with this item early too often, but it's making sense here. Could be a reason to keep the janitor around, but we'll see.
Nice ship. Think I'll wreck it.
Yeah, I think the radiation's actually more harmful here. Take a look at the tooltip at the end, though. Okay, we didn't make us lose, but that's a lot of health that we lost off of that. Let's see here. Radiation removed 26 max health, so I guess that's net positive because it gave us the plating and armor resist. What's this one? Weapon gains armor equal to damage dealt. I think we're looking at spike plate here. It's a nice defensive item. We're picking unique now, and that unique's going to be the waste pump. Inflict 2 acid immediately, trigger all acid on enemy ship. And now I definitely need space.
That is definitely a choice.
Want to make sure our hero doesn't get Goopmened here.
Cargo's smelling particularly fine today.
Ooh. Can I sell anything to get that? If I sell for 3, it sells for 2. Dang. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of the uranium plates and the auto cannon here for this one. Getting 2 repair at the start of each day is pretty awesome. Guess those combine in a linear way. That's nice. We'll put this down here for the repair arm. And do this. I'm going to reconfigure the ship after today.
Run, 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 as fast as you...
Sniveling rat. You steal from those who have so little. You should have surrendered.
Ooh, close one. I think I'll just take this cheap 4 spot. Actually, I'll take this cheap 4 spot. Costs 1 less buck. It's the same amount of space. It's a little more awkward, but it'll work. What's this one? Restore health and remove 1 of every debuff. That is a really nice capsule. I'm a little worried about our actual acid generation here. Alas. Gonna pass on that vitality cube. Alright, there's a sewer tube. I'm in. Does sell for 3? It does. I'm gonna keep repair arm around. Let's redo our stuff here. Probably okay locking this too, and maybe also this tube comes in.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Smokestack's 1. I think the sewer tube's going to actually go there next time. We'll see about that. Tubins. Alright, so a little over on space here. I don't have a great location for tubes right now. Alright, I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to unlock the space. We already have 6, 8, 9 open spaces. We're going to put 3 in here, but good enough for now.
My favorite customer. Too bad you're in my way.
Okay, they kind of killed themselves with rust here. This Igor fella is a pretty tough balance to find with the self-resting. You gotta be careful with that. Yeah, I don't know if I want to convert health to armor, but I really need crew to make this sewer tube work. This item is also amazing. Combustion engine, one of the best for endless. Also 3 repair. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think combustion engine is like, oh, it's definitely an engine for success here. Probably gonna wait till I get one more crew to bring this on. Okay, another spikes would be nice too. Do a roll. Okay, nice. Wow. I think we're going to lock the Toxic Barrel, which is a really good item. And we're going to take these two. Then we're getting 3 repair every single day. That's kind of bananas. The trick's going to be figuring out where the heck the tube goes in.
That is definitely a choice.
I think I'm alright making a small concession here and not redoing the ship till tomorrow. Corhill, I only play games I enjoy and recommend on my stream. But in terms of it's going to be repetitive or not, that's kind of just like a personal question. People can find all sorts of reasons to stop enjoying games. With all the choices we have, it's easy enough to play something else if you stop enjoying an experience. Will you personally find it replayable? I have no idea.
Paulson, you will never find a mate.
But yes, my guarantee to you is I only play things I recommend on my stream. No sponsorships, affiliates, etc. here in our 15th year. That was pretty convincing. Let's see what the damage was on the... Oh, I meant to click the DPS list there. Wow. Okay. This thing's nice. The 20% acid lifelink is kind of the key component for me there. But maybe I just want to go for a level 2 barrel. That is going to be 2 radiation. Weapon upgrade's fine too. I think this is better than the weapon on average. Let's take the barrel here. And this is a good item. Now we're here. Okay, we're going to buy the 4 square here, bringing us to 32 space. I'll move this fuel pump down here if we get another crew.
I'm just window shopping.
Indubitably. Wow, another repair? Are you kidding? I mean, I'm already at 12 repair, which is 12 heal a second. I guess since it's got a health modifier here, it's actually more. It's like 13, maybe 14 with rounding. Alright, I'm going to delay my gratification on getting this guy and get another nanobot serum here. So we're getting 4 repair every day. That's crazy. This item is also very nice. I'm going to take that.
Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy.
Sniveling rat. You steal from those who have so little.
There's one long boy of a ship there. Nice. Repair definitely saved our bacon. Yeah, radiation's still about 50 or 30% of the acid damage. Pretty impressive. Let's how much should we heal here? Repair arm healed 23. Repair healed 98. Okay, so maybe repair arm's lacking a bit here. Okay, the only thing I wish I had more of here is a higher level tube would be really nice. Let's move this guy here. For 3 cost, sure. Okay, we're at 32, so if I take this one, we do go overweight. I think on this ship, going overweight's not necessarily bad. We do have the repair to sustain health. Yeah, I think I'm willing to accept 1 weight on this one. If only to get this chemist locked in here. Gonna lock the fuel tank, just nice defensively. And tomorrow we're gonna reconfigure the ship, which I should have done probably yesterday, but feeling a little lazy in that regard right now. Alright, this Goopmen's can replace the fuel pump. Hello, little Bella. Do you have an adventure this morning? That's nice. That's nice.
Is your crew screaming?
They had their final kitten checkup today at the vet. What good kitties. Oh yeah. Oh, that acid damage really went up there. Impressive that the acid or the sewer tube can perform so well, even at such a low tier. Okay, if we're exactly at 35, I can't afford to take this in, and I will. The Rush Shaman's really nice, and wow, it's good too, but let's go here. It is too late for enriched uranium, and we're not really using weapons, so I don't believe in it. Okay.
In love with Lady Luck. I like it.
Another one? I think I'm going to keep pushing this. Some of the highest repair I've had. 31% health restore modifier, 1 health for every repair. So we're getting 21, an additional 30% of that. So tomorrow we'll be hitting for like 32 a second. That's bananas. Level 2 repair arm would be fine. I think I'm going to sell back this tank to get this going on. Alright, it is time. For starters, we're just going to get this loaded up.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Oops. Yeah, I'm very convinced on the barrel here. Okay, we're going to smokestack right here. This shape is not inspiring. Alright, we got this smokestack thing too. I think that might be more important than the sewer tube. True? No, let's go for the automatic activation. It's probably the most important item. We can go like this. And then we'll, I'm going to fuel pump the heck out of the radiation. The radiation removes percentage health per second. Or removes max health per second. So, I think generating radiation is the ultimate counter matchup. Didn't leave myself the best Tubins opportunities here. Could be worse, though.
That is definitely a choice.
Alright, looks awesome. Could probably be a little better, but I'm happy enough with it.
Oh, Paulson, you will never find a mate.
Oh, just roll over and die already.
Yeah, look at that radiation go. Yeah, so putting the fuel pumps into the radiation barrel, now we're doing around 60% of our damage is radiation. Yeah, I'm definitely willing to smokestack here. It's additional cooldown reduction. Goes by here. Gonna move this down. I'm gonna take another barrel and the smokestack too. Awesome. What's this one? Random item next rarity up. Now let's drop the mining laser here. Spatially difficult to get that guy in there. I guess we go like this, and then we go here. Hit him with the goop. Oh, I'm just noticing we're not getting full repair arm value here. There we go.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Looks great. I will go for the upgrade there. Upgrade on Chemist is fine too. 26 repair, let's go.
I'll take what's
Whoa,
left.
radioactive core, watch out. Well, that's kind of been my experience with this item. I've used it a couple times. It's just so large, and the 15% chance to gain electricity and fire a muon is... It's good, but is it 10 spaces good? I'm not convinced.
We've made it this far. Nothing can stop us, right?
Cubans. Don't have this barrel anymore, do I? What if I go down here? Okay. Definitely need that. All these look good. Will there be a day 10 or another day after this is the question. We haven't lost yet on this one.
I'll take what's left of it.
Okay, they have the uranium.
I'm a goddamn genius.
I'm going to enjoy looting your corpse.
Wow, boom bam blammo. Could maybe consider dropping solar tiling here. I'm considering my my trinkets. Okay, what is this guy's stuff? Okay, so this is this one. Lockpick lost package. I don't know about that. Gems would be pretty good. It'd probably be guided missile or goo rifle. Let's try goo rifle instead. Wow. Pretty cool start, man. Excuse me a sec, just a quick restroom break, water refill. Alright, sitting back down here. Thank you for your patience there. This store, opening store, is really nice. This ventilation system is easily one of my favorite items in the game. No matter what hero or kit I'm playing, it's just so nice. You get debuff lifelink, and it transfers random debuffs, so it's kind of like another version of the hero, except for it can transfer all. Like if we get like the uranium plate, it's much less of a big deal now because we just transfer it over to the enemy right away. Anywho, I think this is a really good piece to add in for first one. So if we get any matchup that's debuffs in the first like 3 days, it's going to completely dominate. Like if they're trying to hack us, we just shove it back. Okay, we'll buy this electricity gain per day as well. Feeling like we're a little light on damage. I'm considering buying the barrage turret. And fired exactly twice. You know, even then it's cheap damage. They're good little kitties, okay? Dante's tired because he had to go to the vet today. That's tough. That's tough, bud. I don't see Bella, but she's around, I'm sure. I think I'm going to roll this page. I'd like to just fill this up with something functional. Tubes are good. This ops deck's also quite nice, but let's see some more items. It is pretty hard to go wrong with this. Get more electricity gen. So we're getting +4 electricity a day now. That's very nice. I'm going to lock this curved tubins. I think curved tubins are a lot easier to use. We can even just pump it right back into the conveyor belt with the fuel pump right now.
Nice ship. I'll take what's left of it.
Okay, they started with hoverboard. They have double smokestack as well. Nice. Actually a really nasty build. They had the upgraded hero with the hoverboards. They were really shoving the acid back there. Wow. I think getting a third superconductor is asking a bit much. This cheap space is nice, but also weapon. Let's take the weapon here. Railgun's kind of interesting here. I think I'm going to stick in the acid lane on this guy, though. He's really got... The hero just screams play the acid line with the transferring and the speed. I guess the extra freight would have got us speed, too. Let's go for the Fueled Wing here. I'm going to hook this tubins into the conveyor belt. Now let's grab this debuff clearing item. Ooh. Alright, I do want this ravaged item. Let's grab another tubins here. Now, the item I really want. No, I want to do it like this. Okie dokie. Got an even better idea here. Put it on this side. So then I can tubins into the conveyor belt, which charges our other stuff.
That is definitely a choice.
Since this is getting charged by the conveyor belt, it could very well be best to combine these now. I think that's true. I like the idea of having the space tomorrow as well.
Wanna see why the dredgemen call me toxic?
Like they got me a really tanky ship, man. Truly. Wow, we beat him? Crazy. I gotta see this battlefield. That was a really tanky fight. Okay, so using tungsten shell, juicy ribs. Oh, it's definitely a choice you can make. Oh, you see the number of bonus you get. That's nice. Leaning towards their reactive plating. I think it's a really nice item. But another crew is probably what I should take here. Alright, merchant's table's probably nah. Out of these options, I think I'm just going to take Titan Core. Even just the 2 spikes right now is pretty nice. Okay, we got a quad connection. I don't really see with the size of the ship ever getting more than 4 right now. Okay, there is a way, though. Oh, clearly we're going to need this space. I'm going to lock this as well. So what I'm lacking right now is the ability to generate enough dots to actually deal damage. But we have a really good defensible setup, so not looking all bad. We'll see. Oh, there's Bella. Spicy as ever. Bella, don't attack Daisy's tail. You're asking for trouble here. You're asking for trouble. Daisy does her darndest, but she's a pretty grumpy kitty. I mean, Combat Medic's pretty badass. Pairs well with the hero as well. Alright, I'm gonna take Combat Medic here. Definitely an odd line right now. Well, gonna take the enriched uranium. Feels like a good moment for repair arm too. Yeah, let's just make that happen. I don't know about this other janitor. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to reconfigure the ship here in a moment, but I don't think I need to now. I'm also going to unlock the janitor.
I wonder who they stole this from.
That's a hell of an item. Now, I feel like the issue with taking the shipping pallet, well, it can be really nice to get this bonus max HP. It seems very likely that if I do that, we're going to end up oversized. But certainly there's worse fates than being oversized here, but...
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Fuel pump's good. This guy's also awesome. Even if I just upgrade the tube here, I think it's worth taking. Yeah, it gets an extra full second of charge added? Wow. Alright, let's let it ride.
Let's get going before a grav storm hits.
Cauldron will eat
Feeling
you
much less
alive.
confident on this run compared to the last two. Not to say we can't do it, but... definitely not the same power level as last run. Let's pick up the stainless hole here. Yeah, we're almost to the size that it makes sense to redo the ship. Almost. I think ops deck makes a lot of sense here, but it puts us oversized. That's just by the fuel pump. gonna buy this guy too. I'm gonna roll. A little late to get this going, but I do want to get the repairs, so I'm gonna take it. This is the radiation guy. I think this is alright, because one, we get repair from it, and then I can also just shuffle the radiation back to the enemy ship quite easily. I don't think most ships are going to be competing with us for dots. This is a really nice item. How many free spots do I have right now? I have 4 free spots. I don't know, we're definitely doing okay here. I don't think if I reconfigure, I'm actually going to get that much more action. Okay, we got the 4 repair arm. Yeah, I think this is adequate. Good enough. Oh, I missed my tube connection there. That's unfortunate. Rushed that a little bit. Alright, so they're hacking, but I get to shove the hacking back to them, I think. Ooh, they have more hacking than I do. Ooh, lucky. So we definitely could have lost that to 15% activation chance on that hacking quite easily. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to take a second ventilation system here. That sounds amazing. I'm kind of wondering if I double vent the on the conveyor belt, like we go maximum debuff removal. It's kind of a fun counter matchup anyways. Might as well. I don't know if it's getting up to burst, is it 6? Only 1 extra burst for that? This is a really interesting scenario. Like, it's almost a fatigue build with the double ventilation system. So if I put both ventilation systems on the conveyor belt, they're going to be charged like crazy. Probably better to put the fuel pumps on the ventilation systems too. Well, if we're going to reconfigure the ship, I'm sure we want this fuel wing, just to have the space to work with. Already negative on power, so I'm probably not going to buy this second repair arm, as nice as that be. I think this unit is going to be a key one for this double ventilation, because then we can force the radiation that it gains over to the enemy ship. Actually debating the reconfigure right now. It looks pretty good if I just combine ventilation systems too. It goes from 3 to 5 debuffs, so there's an advantage here. Tricky, man. Yeah, I think 1 ventilation system and 1 gun is the way to go. And with that, I'm not needing to reconfigure, which means I shouldn't have bought the fuel wing. I probably should have bought this thing instead. Oh well. Okay, fuel pump, chemist, both really nice. Okay, this will be a reconfigure starting tomorrow. How many space are we at? We're at 30, so we can get 1 more 4 spots. This build could definitely go oversized though.
Want to see why the dredgemen call me toxic?
Ooh, close one. So what are they doing? They had a pretty oversized ship here. That's interesting. Guess they're just trying to keep up on ammo. Alright. I don't really understand their build, but that definitely doesn't mean it's bad. Okay, we can afford one more 4-spot, so I'm going to do that here. And now we're maxed out on space. Alright, 4, 4, 3, oh, it's 11, 18. Let's just buy this stuff in, and then we're going to reconfig the ship.
That is definitely a choice.
Because now we can get a better Titan core for sure. I'm going to drop this barrage turret for the plating. And then it's time to do one of these. Okay, I think the easiest way for me to do this is going to be first to create the shape of the ship, and then we'll add the core in after that. Very awkward down here, but fair. Alright, how I'm seeing this is I can put the conveyor belt right here. Oh, okay. Maybe this comes off then. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I was expecting to get more of the core in on this build, but it's not happening. Can overhang a couple things to get a couple more pips, but I guess when I'm taking the Titan core, I'm used to taking this when I'm running the botanist hero. Okay, here we go. That looks much better. We'll overhang here.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Go here. Don't want a smokestack here. Tubins. Yeah, I'm gonna put fuel pump on this. Put a fuel pump on the conveyor as well. Let's just lock them down like that. I don't know why this particular reconfigure was so hard to conceptualize for me, but it certainly was.
Keep your distance. That's the healthy way to go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 connections. Decent. You know, this tube should actually go into the ventilation system.
I'll take what's left of it.
Amazing how I can always find an optimization as the battle's starting.
What? You couldn't hit the broadside of a black hole!
Oh, they got me. Nice battle. Well, our first battle loss today, so it's still going quite well here. Yeah, that is quite the cooking pot you got going on there. Alright, let's take this radiation guy. I'm confident we're going to be able to offload this radiation. Also confident that this thing's awesome. Gives plating health and chance to stun enemy weapon. Let's take an additional tubins here. Tubular. Alright.
No one else gets that.
Looks good.
Run, 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 as fast as you... Nice ship. I'll take what's left of it. The loot! No!
Got him. This is definitely the weakest run we've had today. What's this thing? Gained 1 of every buff when a crew member is equipped with this item. Wow. 25 charge rate. I'm gonna take the 1 of every buff. That sounds amazing. Take this fuel pump thing. We'll just go for a little more healing and whatnot. Good enough for me. Let's mutate the Undercity Ghoul. This crystal is great, except for I only have 1 item that has any upgrade, or 2 items. Okay, maybe that's worth it.
Face obliteration.
Nice.
Want?
The uranium's enriched now, so we got a 40% chance on each projectile to cause radiation. This was nerfed in today's patch. It was applying 2 radiation on all projectiles, and it was really strong. I was definitely crushing with that pretty hard. Ooh. Alright, I got an idea. That idea is, what if we have the combat medics facing each other, and if we go below 20% health, we get 20% heal? Oh man, acid lifelink too? Damn. I think I prefer acid lifelink over this. Let's combine these and take the crystal anyways, though. We can take this because we're not overweight. We haven't gone over the threshold to start getting the negatives. Fuel. Alright, upgrade's an upgrade. It's like a whole different ship now that we have the weaponized uranium. Look at this. Radiation, 105 removed. Competing directly with the acid damage. Yeah, no Legend of Goopmens on this one, alright? Let's upgrade this tube. It goes from 2 seconds to 3 seconds. Well, 3.35 now. Wow. So every time the tube goes off, the conveyor is also going off. An upgrade on the conveyor would be extremely good here. Sun resist, nice. Well, I have 44 electricity. We can definitely do that. Just upgrade here. Nice.
Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy.
Let's head do 6.
Cauldron will eat you alive.
Still 5.
Clearly your guns aren't worth stealing.
Nice. This was a very interesting setup. I haven't had one quite like this. Like, our damage was mostly the weapons grade uranium in this one weapon. Enjoyed that one. A little bit unorthodox, but I'll take it. Ooh, toxic barrel start. Let's go. Acid and radiation on the enemy ship is pretty substantial. Definitely not convinced that I want to mutate the hero. Because if we get like burst with the or gigantism where they're way slower, then it could be very problematic. So probably not here. I will upgrade the smokestack though. Oh, already negative on fuel, so this is kind of a tough pick. I will take the freight item here. I'm halfway tempted to roll on this one and look for like another freight. The auto cannon's certainly fine too. It is doing 12 damage every 8. I'm gonna roll here. Alright. Awesome. So the hero being upgraded means we're transferring more acid to the enemy ship. I can definitely afford the smokestack upgrade. I definitely want this and this as well. That's a lot of locks for one day, but they're all solid items.
Nice ship. I'll take what's left.
I think for the moment the fuel pump should go into the radiation barrel. Nice.
Want, take, have.
That was a somewhat lucky win. Alright, cheap spike sounds nice. Okay, we're not getting both here.
That is definitely a choice.
The radiation's king here. Let's take both of these. Actually, no, let's not. Let's take just the health and repair one. Alright, I'm definitely going to take this freight in. We're going to have start of combat cloak on this run for sure. Goop barrel's nice. Repair arm also pretty good. Let's just lock this in. I can put the 3 slot right here and this repair arm across. Could be nice.
Have to stay one step ahead.
You kiss your mama with that mouth. I would.
Got him. Alright, a most interesting weapon, because projectiles have a 35% chance to inflict rust on hit. I think I was going to take the fuel pump here, and the reason is we already have the toxic barrel going, so we're into more of a radiation strat, though. I mean, the saw's good, but if I take the saw, then I need to commit to buying more weapons, which I think is kind of off of our line right now. I mean, 2 acid immediately trigger all acid on enemy ship. Seems very good. We also have the Cauldron Power Crystals, and we already have 2 items that are leveled up. I feel like the 35% scaling does nothing for this guy, though. Would be faster charge of item for sure. No, we're gonna go for the waste pump. By the 3 slot here, we're gonna drop the repair arm in. I'm just gonna take the toxic barrel. Actually, let's take the freight here, the superconductor rails, and we'll buy this tomorrow. Maybe not worth locking that. Okay, 2 bins is solid. Ooh, reactor core fragment. Yeah. What's the chance for unique here? Only 1.5%, and it's on our line too. That's beautiful, man. I don't think I can actually board this here. Huh. So if this gets upgraded again, it goes to 4 acid on both ships. We're clearing 2 every 3. This would be 4 every 6. We are technically clearing the amount we make with that. 5% faster too. Okay. Right, I'm gonna let go of the tank here. I take that back. I want the fuel. Locking 4 out of 6 items is like, it's almost certainly too many items locked. I'm okay with that though. This is a heck of a chunker ship here we got. Whoa. Look out, he heck chunking. Well, Combat Medic is just really good. Restores health and also can activate heroes. So let's do that.
Just leave room for the
I prefer this on the hero, but right now I don't want to reconfig. Frickin' sewer tube. feel like between sewer tube and this irradiated reactor core fragment, we're looking really, really good. We're definitely light on fuel and stuff here. It's just more acid gen, though, so I don't need this to be leveled up to be good. It can just exist on the ship and contribute to our damage. Alright, excuse me for a quick restroom break water refill here. No ads or anything like that, just standing up for a quick stretch. Okay, thank you kindly for your patience there. Now, I can see space is going to be an issue. let's lock this, but let's buy the other things that we're going to get here. Gonna load up the conveyor belt. Maybe I actually tube up the toxic barrel when we reconvene. I could see that. I'm gonna grab next level smokestack. I'm gonna grab this reactor core fragment. Right now, the reactor core fragment just needs to exist on the ship. If I combine fuel pumps, I can get this on board. I think that's going to be my play here. Let's combine the fuel pumps. They are nice separated as well, but I'm going to need fuel if we're going to run the sewer tube. There's no way around that.
Lady, look. I like it.
Wow. Well, I think we just pray we get space. I feel like overall today I'm overlocking in the store, but everything I'm getting is making it on the board, so not all bad. Wow, I can't believe that won. What did it for us there? You know, it had to be the waste pump. And fortunately, we're not getting space here, so a little bit difficult. Let's buy the thing here. I need the fuel. Alright, I'm gonna buy the sewer tube now. I'm gonna combine this tubins. I'm gonna unlock this now and I'm gonna roll. Space? No space, yikes. Another chemist is pretty good here too, but if I can't put it on the playfield, it's not as good. I'm gonna roll. Damn, dude. Second sewer tube, but no space for it. Alright. Definitely upgrading the hero here is of a huge value. I also like this harvested organs. Not impossible to drop these two crew and just have the harvested organs go only on the hero. I've definitely had that be very successful before, but if we're gonna run sewer tube, I need these crew. Thinking I drop the flight deck now to get this guy in.
Mine.
Okay, tomorrow this stuff makes it on the playfield. But today, this is our board, and I believe it's as good as we can do. Yeah, Taco, so I was thinking about that last night, actually, as I was going to bed, about these pipes and where they're good at. So I think pipes are best being funneled into your key item. So I think when I reconfigure, the pipes are going to go into the toxic barrel. But when you have conveyor belt which charges other items, it makes it a good one, because the amount of charge being on the pipes here is more than the cooldown of the item. So every time the pipe goes off, you get an additional 10% charge on 2 items. So conveyor belt's probably the best pipe item, but really, if you have one item you're focusing on, you can just slam all the pipes into the one item, and it ends up being a pretty nice power spike. Yeah, that's a good point, Fine Set Megs. You can pull cooldown out of the smokestack if you're not keeping up with your dots. Definitely a good one. Alright, well tomorrow we will definitely get
Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy.
the sewer tube on. Hello, the pin. No, you don't need to rub on the audio equipment. You can just get in my lap. Come on now.
I'm a goddamn genius.
Okay, we were defeated there. I'm not surprised. Our composition's a little bit awkward right now. It's about to get really good. Okay, good. We got space here. Let's sell this on space.
That is definitely a choice.
I'm gonna buy the wing as well, and these two. And then we're gonna reconfigure the ship, which maybe we should have done yesterday, but I felt like... Penny, truly you are a cat in my life right now, okay? Truly. Truly. Okay, here we go. I want to leave this space cleared for when I get more crew. Hello, little Dante kitty. Penny, come on. This cat in my lap is insane. Get a life, the Pin.
I'm just window shopping.
Alright, so smokestack's gonna go here. Conveyor belt's going here. I'll take this radiation stone there. I'm gonna put the tubins here. Actually, I'm gonna put the tubins here. Well, this rebuild didn't turn out how I wanted. That's fair. We are going to be generating a lot more acid now, though. Yeah, I think with the sewer tube being level 2, maybe running the tubes into the thing here's not so bad. Awkward. What a good Dante.
A fellow mercenary. We should team up sometime.
Whoa, that's a big boy. Okay, the radiation from the barrel is going to be a key component here. Wow. Alright, so what was this build my opponent was doing? They were doing the auto fabricator. Start of turn, permanently gain 1 max health for each empty hull tile on the ship. Top reroll, health resource. Okay, cool. I mean, respectable. Thinking that Ops deck looks nice. Undercity Ghoul also good. No, we're already over 10 speed, so Ops deck is less useful. I'm just going to take the space here. I feel like I'm really craving that. Okay. That's fine. Oh, kind of has to be here then. I think I'm going to live with a tube like that. Having the smokestack on the sewer tube I think is worthwhile. Yeah, it's cutting more than a full second off, so I think better than having the third crew on there. And now, here we go.
That is definitely a choice.
That is a choice indeed. Okay, we're at 30 right now, so I can take one more 4 spot. Let's just take this fuel wing right now. Wow. Decrease weight of your ship by 5. The crazy part is I have enough space to run it, so pretty good. Wouldn't mind some Legend of Goopmen here either. I think the bigger problem with the freight engine is going to take up all of our fuel, and our main items are using fuel right now. Both the waste pump and the sewer tube. Yeah, okay, let's get this going.
If I don't kill you, you'll just rat me out.
Nice. Start of round cloak definitely saved our life there. 1,000,000%. Ooh, toxic waste barrel number 2. Let's go. I just had a realization about our composition here. And that is, if I just move the tube down a couple.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Yeah, if I just move the tube down a couple, then I can actually get the tubins on the item I want, which is this one. Alright, Legend of Goopmen. I'm gonna grab this reactive plating. It's just a strong defensive item. Gains for armor on every projectile hit. Galvanized plate's awesome. Undercity Ghoul, also awesome. Keep these guys separated. Okay, the only other improvement I could maybe see here would be getting the smokestack into the radiation barrel. Like, what is the cooldown if we do that? No, that's not the right one. 4.8. Okay. So if I move this down one... Oh, heck. This isn't happening without a full reconfigure of the board, so there is a better way to do this, I think, and that would be... How did I lose that? Oh.
That is definitely a choice.
If the smokestack was also on the radiation barrel, but if the smokestack's going to be on the radiation barrel, it's not going to be able to hit on the chimney. I think conveyor belt's actually better here. Okay, this is how it's got to be. And... fine.
Wanna see why the dredgemen call me toxic? Is your crew screaming yet?
Wow, that was a lot of radiation. I'm talking about. All right, smokestack for additional reductions. I don't know if I want to irradiate my own ship right now. Kind of brutal. Okay, this is a strong item I gotta find room for. Okay, additional tubins here. Well... What's the cooldown on this? 2.88, 3.75. Yeah, I think that's actually a bit of a misnomer. Here we go. This is how the sausage is made. We pull from the fuel pump into the factory tube, into the factory tube, into the toxic barrel. Now we're cooking with mayonnaise. Go here, and then we can bring this up. Allows this to go in.
Just leave room for the good
And
stuff.
I think I'll take this janitor and all. Legend of Goopmen. Get Goopmened. Well, I'm going to drop the chemical tank for the discharge fluid. Yeah, maybe I'm just willing to go one higher on weight here on this build. We are pretty fast regardless. How do I make space right now? I go like this, and then like this. I just think this item's very strong. Get acid lifelink and projectile acid chance. The projectile chance is nothing because we only have goo blaster, but the acid lifelink with the rest of the kit we have is pretty exceptional. Let's go.
You kiss your mama with that mouth. I would.
Whoa, look at the size of this ship, man. Yikes, dude.
I'm going to enjoy looting your corpse.
I gotta see this one. Dang, dude. Okay, so you got 4 spike plates here. And this weapon, or this item, makes it so ammunition items apply to your spikes. So he's getting 13 damage per projectile hit. Yeah, if this ship runs into any other ship that's actually firing lots of projectiles, completely roasted. Man, Affliction Crystal did 253 damage there? Wow. I agree, Fine Stub. I think the acid lifelink was the determining factor there. Alright, I'm gonna go overweight 1 here.
That is.
I just need space when I do
definitely a choice.
anything. Oh man, this one's great too. Multiplies debuffs. This also multiplies debuff. Well, I have 4 open spots. I feel like fitting this into the build's like almost impossible. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. It's a nice item. We can do better though. This is definitely better. Me love ventilation system.
Let's get going before a grav storm hits.
You kiss your mama with that mouth. I would.
Seen a lot of Igor on ladder today. So did they mess themselves up with rust here is the question. No, not really. The cigarette healed the rust, so they found a nice balance on their ship. We just had too much dot.
I'll tear a scar across the skin of the cauldron.
Damn. Alright, it's gonna be Toxic Barrel 2 here. Okay, we're gonna level up the Hero 2. Awesome. And Fuel Pump goes where? Just upgrade the Fuel Pump here. Additional cooldown reduction. Let's lock this for next round if there is a next round. Okay, that too. Amazing. Probably worth selling something to pick up the sewer tube, actually. I'm going to sell the reactor core fragment. Yeah, it is contributing 1 radiation, but in exchange for like an additional huge set of poison, probably not. Oh, I'm seeing there's a problem here now.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Dude. I think there's a couple small improvements I could make on this ship, but I'm okay with how it looks.
Have to stay one step ahead.
That's going to be a huge hit here.
Faster, more intense.
Nice. Alright, let's hop back in there. We're cruising right now. Legend of Goopmen. Has to be a rare voice line. I haven't heard that one before. Look out, he whistling. Alright, we're going for the +1 speed to start, for sure. I mean, cheap tubins? Cheap tubins sounds good. I don't know where the tubins go right now. I think what I want to do here is buy both these weapons. It's a little bit wasteful, but we're essentially getting our hands full. We have a fuel weapon, a electricity weapon, and an ammo weapon. Oh, here.
Lady, look. I like it.
Wow, another tubins. That's crazy, dude. Double tubins? I don't have a good tube target yet, but we will get one. Okay, I think for this combat I remove the tube. And I'm going to take... Acid Vat Janitor. Oh. I can count, don't worry. Yeah, I think the curved tube is so much nicer. Alright, let's go to the natural expansion. We get the 4, we get the reactive armor, we get the janitor. That's our next day. I don't think I can even fit this tube in a functional way right now. I'd have to go like this or something, which...
That is definitely a choice.
I got no time for cauldron scum.
Whoa, they got combat thruster right away? Well, that must be the starting thing for the drill sergeant. Gotta be. I've played only 1 or 2 runs of this hero. A little unfamiliar. Alright. Much as I like Chemist, I'm gonna go for the cheap space here. Got a Chemist anyways, and we got a curved tube. Nice. Legend of Goopmens. Okay, this isn't early enough Goopmens that we can really get the transform going. Well, I think all this stuff looks pretty nice. I think I'm going to pass on the repair arm today. If we're going this way, we have more of a nuke strategy, so we should stick with that. Actually, we should pull from the ammo, not from the thing there.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
I think our build will make a lot more sense tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta skip repair arm here.
Nice ship. I'll take what's left of it.
Ooh, we were inches away from death there. Debating if there's another way they could have done this. I don't think so. Slow Crusher, it's asynchronous PvP, so you're facing up against a ghost of another player's build. Alright, let's grab this 4 square here. We're gonna need that.
That is some bona fide good loot.
That is some good loot. It's probably reactor core fragment. These are pretty weak offerings. The other option would be to go for hoverboard and put the hero on the hoverboard. Does give us an electricity line too. Maybe we just take this for electricity gen. My feeling on the reactor core fragment is that the acid barrel is basically just a better and faster version. I guess that's where we're at. I'm not really pleased by that, but at least you can do a Madonna. That's nice. Alright, we're gonna go Legend of Goopmen's here. I think this straight tube is asking too much. Alright, here's our expansion tomorrow. A little bit of debuff removal and fuel, which is debuff resistance. I don't think my setup's ill-composed, but it's functioning awkwardly. Like, I don't have good things for the tubes to do right now. That's a lot of drum beats you're getting there, sir. We're gonna get sandwormed here, I think.
This is not
Yep.
how it ends.
Ooh, we still won? Wow. Better lucky than good. Yo-ho, Rabbit Salvo Cow. Thanks so much for 43 months. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna take the crew here, because this is definitely looking like a Legend of Goopmen's run right now. Okay, sewer tube and an upgrade on the sewer tube. That's money. Might be putting a Goopmen on the hoverboard here. We'll see. I mean, really, if I'm going to get the configure I want, I'm going to have to buy this space. So let's just do that now.
Definitely a choice.
See if I can work within the confines of the way the ship is currently set up. Alright, I take it back. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to put the conveyor belt into the sewer tube this time. I think that's making sense. Legend of Goopmen, this guy. I buy repair arm in this run? No, I'm still thinking about last run. Fair enough.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Hold on, can I overhang this? And interesting. Well...
Not the brightest star in the cauldron, are you?
It's tricky. I'm seriously beginning to question the efficiency of using the conveyor belt on the tube. It's seeming like this idea is kind of failing. This looks nicer. I'll definitely feed the smokestack into the sewer tube, though. And let's just do conveyor into the sewer tube as well.
That is definitely a choice.
Or even better, here. Shame the hoverboard's unmanned, but until we get more crew, that's how it has to be.
My favorite customer. Too bad you're in my way.
Wow. How much? Sewer 2 went -6 fuel, so it went off twice. That was very aggressive. Let's see this again. Let's watch it one more time here. Oh, I see. The amount of tubing on the sewer pipe made it go off like almost instantaneously twice. We take those. I think I'm definitely going to take a crew here. I'm going to legend a Goopmen them here. Actually, we'll go here. I do think Chemist is good, but I'm going to go all in on the Goopmen strategy. Let's grab this fuel tank. Let's grab this galvanized plating. I care about bonus electricity here, not so much. Let's just grab the space and health.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Better item here would be nice, like the acid tank or something. More tubins, all right.
Coin back at the station.
Could be we're selling an item to get the warp crystals down. Now we're gonna reach 10 speed regardless, so it's a little bit wasteful. Let's let it ride.
Nice ship. I'll take what's left of it.
Legend of Goopmens. Wow, double storm launcher, wow. Two speed, one radar sounds okay. I'm just gonna grab this 3 spot here. Actually, no, that puts us overweight, so I'm not. You're already at 33? Yeah, I guess on this kind of strategy, I'm really adverse to going overweight for minus speed, but maybe 3% is not the worst. I'll probably actually go to about 2 speed on this one and feel okay. Difficult to make that concession without having something to fill the space, but surely we'll find something. Okay, smokestack, awesome. Okay, I can buy both of these. I'm just going to upgrade the existing tube. And I think minus 3% speed. It's a fair trade-off for the amount of health we're getting, though. Certainly this amount of empty space is a little bit dubious. Probably better to have one more crew on the tube versus that. We can just feed into the conveyor belt here.
Run as fast as you...
This is an additional heads up, haven't talked about it today, but there's going to be a stream today, stream tomorrow, and a stream on Sunday, and then I'm off for a little bit. My wife is having surgery, and I'm taking some time off to help her recover. Our estimated return after the July 20th stream will be early August. Of course, we'll keep you guys apprised on Discord of the happenings and whatnot. Happy to say here in my 15th year of streaming, I've never had any lapse in communication about where I am or where the stream is. No unscheduled disappearances, if you will. So you can expect that to continue, but there will be a little bit of time off coming up here shortly. Let's go like this. It's not really a great placement, but the fuel is debuff resist, so it's a pretty easy pick. Okay, acid lifelink sounds pretty good. You know, fuel pump repair arm, that's like all gravy. I'm actually going to take this tubins as well. The conveyor's operating very awkwardly right now, I guess. Not even on really good items. I don't know how much more I want to invest on that. Repair arm, though, looks solid.
That is definitely a choice.
Yeah, this tube really doesn't have anywhere good to go. Let's go up to 2 electricity. It's pretty awesome, actually. I think this spot looks better. Didn't leave myself space here. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna concede to combining these. I'm gonna let this tube slide by. Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. It's not life-threatening or anything. There is details in Discord, but it is going to be a difficult recovery for her, so... Really appreciative of being able to take some time off for that, so thank you all very much. Alright, let's just Legend of Goopmen this right now. Hit him with the goop. Alright, level 2 repair arm sounds nice. I'm gonna mutate a crew member, why not? Accuracy crit chance, awesome. I think it's way too late for the cloning vat.
I'm just window shopping.
It's a solid upgrade. Extra plating, extra repair. I don't have a single fuel pump on this board. That's crazy. Here we go.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Where does the fuel pump even go? It'd go into maybe repair arm here? Yeah, I'm seeing now that making the conveyor belt go on the repair arm is probably the key play. I think I'm going to lock this fuel pump and then maybe redo the play field tomorrow.
children's hungry. You'll make a fine snack.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy looting your corpse.
Legend of Goopmen, Goopmen of Legend. Alright, this Comet Gemstone is going to be going on the playfield. Every 11 seconds, restore 50% health. I could very easily just swing a fight in our favor. I don't see why not. Let's increase smokestack. Efficiency here. Fuel pump. You know, I'm not willing to reconfigure the setup right now.
I wonder who they stole this from.
Goop. Goopity Goopmans. Oh, sewer tube was there. That was a miss. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy.
Sniveling rat. You steal from those who have so little.
Look out, they have Giga Drill.
Felt the heat from that one.
Alright, pick one here. I think I'm going to combine this and then continue the Legend of Goopmen. That's why we're here, right? To goop them up real good. Get gooped. We have another day, this will pay off. I mean, repair is just free healing. Maybe one of the best freights in general. Alright, we're going to level up the hero, about time. This is a very nice item too, but how do I get it on the playfield? By dropping the photon laser and then putting this in there. That's how we do it. Okay, we're at 14 speed now, so the flight deck is much less relevant. Let's drop that item. Gonna drop the mining laser now.
That is definitely a choice.
Okay, what does the cold debuff do? For every cold, items charge 5% slower. Alright, well the healing's nice, so I'm going to move this into the reactive armor, so every time we get hit, we have a 35% chance to get 5 armor, and then a 30% chance to inflict cold. I think even if that inflicts 1 cold, it's probably worth it.
Clearly your guns aren't worth stealing.
Alright. That was a pretty slick run. Definitely a bit of kind of a non-standard route, but out there. Victory streak 13? Are you kidding me right now? Let's keep it rolling. Legend of Goopmans. Alright, fuel pump's good.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
I take this freight for electricity as well. We're down to 8. I don't know if I want to buy this weapon. It probably wins me day 1, but we can do better. Yeah. Curve tube, best tube. Fuel tank's also amazing. As is chemical tank. Okay, maybe I actually buy a railgun here. Just because it uses my ammo and electricity and it does damage, so it's something. I feel like this has a much better target than just the goo blaster. Okay, it does go to burst 5 on the first upgrade. That's actually not bad. I think I'd prefer that over the railgun. The railgun is just like very temporary. So I'm spending $6 on something I plan on throwing away later. That's a tough one for me. Conveyor belts may be even a better upgrade, but I think in all auto battlers, the earlier you win, the better off you are, because then you're facing less scaling later on. Okay. 2 acid start a battle is really nice here this early. I'm gonna leave this fuel tank behind. No, I'm locking them both.
Let's get going before.
Look out, he's waffling.
Wanna see why the dredgemen call me toxic?
Spikes are a little annoying, but fair. Nice. We confirmed today, too, that the progress from the demo version of this game does carry over to the game if you buy it, so that's awesome. I always appreciate when devs do that. Alright, let's go mining laser here. Just getting our hands full. Yikes, dude. Kind of sorts on electricity. I'm gonna buy both of these. I'm gonna roll, hoping space shows up. Okay, space did show up. Let's lock the pump. Let's lock the Undercity Ghoul as well. Let's go here. So we're really resistant to debuffs right now. Definitely a big help. Be a close one, looks like. Yeah, they got me. That's fair. Ah, Breacher Shield. That's a really strong early game trinket. Alright, well the only item that's actually going into our build right now is the waste pump, so take that. Ooh, Necrotic Beam. That kind of plays into our win con. Having some spatial issues here for sure. So I buy the Necrotic Beam, the Ghoul, and the Fuel Pump. We don't have enough space for everything. It'd be 14, so we only have 3 left after the reroll. Yeah, that seems a little dubious. We have 5 left if I sold that. I feel like there's not really a good argument for not taking the Necrotic Beam. I'm gonna roll here. Okay. True. Oh my god, give me space, please. Wow, give me like all my favorites here. Okay, let's lock this. Let's lock this. Straight tube. I'm more into these sideways tubes. Well, no, let's go like this. I think the waste pump is the clear winner because it immediately triggers the acid on the ship. So the faster we can get this going off, the better off we're going to be. Already being at 19 electricity, I'm kind of tempted to sell the superconductor coils to pick up the Undercity Ghoul this round. Yeah, that's fair, Pie Overlord. Progress definitely carries over in between, so the choice is yours.
Have to stay one step ahead.
A fellow mercenary. We should team up sometime.
Okay, this is where the ventilation system will be very nice for that hacking. Nice, we won the rolls there. Definitely could have lost to hack here. Well, all of this stuff looks awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take the space, though, because I know if I don't do that, we're not going to be able to put all the stuff on the playfield. Okay, plus repair each day is too good to not take. Let's just load up the vent system here. And I'm going to take another galvanized plating, too. Let's lock the stainless steel. Okay, crinkle tube. Janitor. Looks good.
If I don't kill you, you'll just rat me out.
Woo, they got double ventilation system. That's not good for us. Wow, still one. Man, they cleared 36 acid between those two. That's crazy. If I didn't have that Undercity Ghoul on the playfield, we would have lost for sure. Uh-oh. Legend of Goopmen time.
That is definitely a choice.
Don't like diminishing the smokestack here. I guess it doesn't. It charges faster regardless. We're only losing the fuel there. Roll them bone. Alright, another fuel pump sounds rad. Honestly, repair arm is feasible here. Okay, that's an upgrade for our weapon. I'll take it. I'm going to redo the ship tomorrow. I can see some improvements that could be made today, but they're pretty minimal, so I'm not going to reconfigure the entire ship for just a small upgrade.
If I don't kill you, you'll just rat me out.
Woo-wee. Alright, let's pump it up. Okay, fighter wing makes sense here. Wow. I should really get the enriched uranium going for the radiation chance later. I think at 25 electricity I can get rid of the superconductor coils now for the uranium. Okay, it's definitely time to redo the ship right now. I'm gonna lock this too, because upgrades are great. Alright, let's go ahead and put the fighter wing on the end here. And we can go... like this. 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 What is available in the demo, Suzuki's? I didn't play the demo, so I'm not sure. You just have limited ship type? Okay, so we're going to smokestack here, and my goal is to get as much action into the waste pump as possible. So for starters, we'll go here, and then we're going to tubins that. Then we're going to do another pump here, and we're going to tubins that. Three captains, less buildable options. That's probably good for a demo. Makes sense. This thing's getting heckin' pumped up. For now, we probably put this one here, but I'm open to using another tube. Yeah, I saw several screenshots where people got over 100 hours in the demo, which I thought was pretty impressive. Okay, we're down to 1.88 seconds on that. Okay, well this reconfigure is looking very sensible. Welcome to the Goopmen sandwich. You're gonna get gooped. Well, I feel like a tube going into a tube could work here. We expand on the bottom. And then we put a tube going into this tube. I think I might need to let this tube idea go. The curved tubes are where it's at.
If I don't kill you, you'll just rat me out.
I think I'm going to upgrade the conveyor belt here. We got a lot of charging going on. I could also upgrade this sewer pump. We'll look at upgrades here in a sec. Okay, gotta pick one here. Yeah, I think I just gotta be okay going a little overweight here. Let's go for the stainless steel. It's cheap. Okay, so upgrades, we go to what? 15% charge on connection or 3 acid. No, we're gonna go for conveyor belt upgrade here. And the tube returns. C.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Okay, I do want this fuel pump, and I probably want the tube as well. But instead, I'm going to buy these 2 crew, so I can double Legend of Goopmen here. The more acid we create with the Goopmen, the more effective the waste pump becomes. Yeah, I can't get the tube right now. Interesting. Question becomes, what do I steal cooldown from to charge this? There's not really a good target for stealing. Let's just roll past that.
That is
The more I play this
some
faction, the more I think that the curved tubes are just vastly superior. Alright, crackling core is basically free damage. The problem is we have to reconfigure the ship around it, and I like the way the ship looks right now, so I'm going to pass on this item even though if we were playing only for winning, it would definitely be worth taking. We got a clean enough line right now.
You'll make a fine test of my instruments.
That is a lot of damage you got going there, buddy. Nice. I really like that the waste pump can go off and damage while they're cloaked. That's very good. Let me see this here. Yeah, that's a lot of weaponry, dude. Ooh. 40% charge rate on this is nuts. It's another good item. Random debuff, health restore. Get some acid lifelink. We're kind of got a stew going. This is nice, but let's go for more Goopmens. So what's going to wreck this build if we run into anything that has spikes?
Definitely a choice.
Alas, here we go. At the current weight count, I'd rather buy a 4-slot space than a 3.
Whoa, you couldn't hit the broadside of a black hole!
Wow. Well, fuel pump's fine. Okay, there's a 4-slot for us. I'll go for crew mutation here, sure. I think on this one I'm just going to fuel pump into the vent system. Let's take a look at cooldowns here. 5.61 versus 5.36. Maybe I just drop the smokestack altogether?
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Looks smarter. Okay, crew upgrade, that's going to be the hero. Weapon upgrade, delightful. Grab this. So we don't have the necrotic beam on the fighter wing, but that's fine. Yeah, salvage magnet is like my top trinket in this game. It's so good. You just get a on sale item every day, so basically by the end of the run, even if it only goes to 10, you're getting like plus 15 to 20 gold. A lot. Like an extra day worth of spending. Not to mention that with the salvage magnet, you're cherry picking from the other player who is already kind of picked their store items. Yeah, it is only if you win, but in my experience, if you're playing auto battlers, you can't plan to lose. You have to plan to win if you're gonna do well. So,
My favorite customer.
if you're losing early in an auto battler, you're already kind of screwed because every time you lose, you're giving whatever your opponent is an additional day to scale their build. Well, you get that additional day as well. The longer the day count, the more variance there is in power level. Well, win early, win often is definitely the way to go. Okay, let's go
Nice.
here.
Definitely a choice.
I should have taken that that crystal there. Let's keep Legend of Goopmening here. Goopmen of Legend. I will upgrade this fuel tank. I'm actually going to combine here and grab the fuel. Okay, 39 fuel's awesome. Our debuff resists are looking spicy. Yeah, that's definitely fair that salvage magnet flops pretty hard if you lose. I don't disagree. Am I willing to sell off here to get another item? Through? No, I don't really see anything to sell. If I could sell something, it'd be the necrotic beam. Actually, okay, I'll sell necrotic beam. Hit him with the goop. Iron Zephyr, you're more than welcome to make suggestions or talk about mechanics. I generally don't want directions on how to assemble my ship, but if you notice like a missed optimization or something, you're more than welcome to point it out. I just basically don't want step-by-step directions on how to do my ship. I generally don't mind backseating, unless it's very direct and continuous. So in short, you're more than welcome to point stuff out. Just, if you're doing it all the time, it gets annoying for me. But if you ever find yourself even timed out for something like that, do understand I appreciate your desire to help. I combine fuel tanks to buy this other tank here. Yeah, I agree. pause early, pause often, Cloud Forever. Also, disabling weapons on the enemy ship is always the best strategy in FTL. I think another one of these looks solid. I mean, Legend of Goopmen for sure. We can just buy him tomorrow if there is a tomorrow.
Wanna see why the dredgemen call me toxic?
You should have surrendered.
Ooh, nice one. We got Heck Blasted. Wrath, indeed. Let's view this battlefield. Alright, so it's like a bunch of circuit board, weapons, computer, a maximum aggro here. Love it. Wow, another upgrade here. Okay, let's go for the hero again. I'm gonna combine here, Legend of Goopmen's. Gonna go here as well. I could reasonably fit this Tubins in, but I'm not going to. Wow. We don't want this ship to be any bigger.
If I don't kill
Oh,
you,
combining
you
the...
just rat me out.
What are these? Drainage pipes would have been fine. Wow. Devastating. Okay, I haven't seen this hero in action very much. What do they got going on? So crackling core, time dilation. Yeah, alright. Fair.
No one is taking my loot.
I think I should actually take the waste factory. Let's combine here. Let's just combine some Gunkmans. Alright, I'm not going to reconfigure into the sewer tube, though. It's probably better than what we have going on. Almost certainly, in fact.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah, this could be further optimized. I'm feeling this is on rails right now, though. I'm just going to let it ride.
Is your crew screaming yet?
Got him.
I hate it when they put up a real fight. We've made it this far. Nothing can stop us.
Ooh.
Right.
Damn, some nice items, man. Really like Radar Dome. I think it's an exceptional item. Turns out lowering enemy damage is pretty dang good. Okay, now we're inflicting radiation on this now too. That's sick. There will not be time to get a second one irradiated. Damage is damage. Let's just plug this in here. Yeah. We're on our last life, so there's no more days for these things to proc. Let's mutate this guy. Have some Goopmens. 15% all health restores, sick. Alright, here we go. Win, lose, or draw. It's been a fun run. Alright, fine.
Cauldron's hungry. You'll make a
Whoa! The amount of Rush Shaman there is inappropriate, dude. That's a monster build, holy crap. "11 shamans. "11. Alright, well that was technically a quote loss, but we did get 9 wins there, not bad. So that run was definitely missing the initial acid application from like Sewer Tube or something, but it was a pretty good run. I think I want to replace Goo Rifle with something else. Maybe even this Bulwark is pretty good. This thing. "7 seconds is pretty good. I'm gonna try Breacher's Shield. I've not used this trinket yet. Alright, before we go any further here, our ad's going to play here in just a moment. Also, my food is here, already prepared thanks to my lovely wife. Let me get this cat cam going, and then we'll take a short break here. As a reminder, we are no pop-ups, alerts, sponsored gameplay, affiliates, etc. Just a good time playing games, and kitties too, of course. So if you let those play, I appreciate it very much. There'll be some kitties appearing here on cam here in a moment as well. Let me fix the focus. And we're good to go. Be back shortly. right, thank you so much for your patience during that brief intermission. I appreciate it. Okay, well, definitely crew transporter pad is pretty awesome early on. I also really like this chemical tank to start. So that 2 acid start of combat on day 1 is really big. For emergencies only, or else you'll trigger a new emergency. Scary. Alright, let's take the transporter pad. And I think I'm going to take fuel tank too. It's not ideal, but it's fair.
Look, I like it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we have 8, so I buy the fuel wing and the second tank. I'm going to lock these crew too. If I end up getting the Goopmens here, we could have a very serious Goop strategy. Okay, it goes to 3, so we should keep them separate for now. Really awkward smokestack. We don't really have activatable items here. Fair.
Sad, stupid.
Okay, we get 4
So
acid
dead.
at the start of combat. Oh, that's a pretty big deal. Like we're good here. Do 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 do. Fuel pump seems correct. Wow. If I take a second crew transporter pad, I mean, pretty good. I think we can probably just win off these chemical tanks as well. Like, my thinking here is if I get any amount of Goopmens, I can just start transforming into a mass Goop strategy, which seems fine. Maybe I give up taking one of these crew for that, and I buy this for 9 and roll. Yeah, let's go for the greed play here. Okay, this is really nice too. Oh, this too. Wow. Wow, dude. Okay, we're going to take the enriched uranium. Because the Goopmen shoot projectiles, and this gets to 6 bursts, can be 40% chance for radiation. This got nerfed in today's patch. Rightfully so. It was really strong. This item is one of the tops for this ship too. So I'm going to combine here and put this down. So I'll be getting 5 acid start of combat. And since we're getting crew for free, I'm going to let these slide. Oh, I will take this fuel wing and the curve tube. Forget the tubins this time. Yes, Goop Zerg indeed. That's the build. Gotta find the Goopmans first, though. Wow, 1 health. Awesome.
Want, take, have.
Yo, Psycho, thanks so much for 10 months. Appreciate that continuation. Thank you, thank you. Okay, well, Ops deck isn't going to be wrong. Kind of has to be the waste pump. We could consider the chef's cooking pot too, though. I don't know. Hard to beat waste pump with the initial acid and stuff. It's good. I'll say for now, this is adequate. Could be better, but not by much. And with no open space, very hard to get that improvement.
Run as fast as you wanna see why the dredgemen call me toxic.
Nice. Alright, weapons upgrade is good. Smokestack upgrade is good. Let's go weapons upgrade here. Okay, we got the Goopmens. Hit him with the goopity gunk. Okay, we're going to upgrade the hero here. And we're going to begin converting crew.
Definitely a choice.
I think with the hero upgrade, going for the smokestack upgrade's fine as well. I think effectiveness-wise, this is going to be better for now. We're getting one crew every single day, too, so the amount of Goopmens will be forever expanding. Wow, pump, and that's really good. This is pretty nice, too. Also, one of everything, please.
Nice ship. I'll take what's left of it. Want, take, have.
Want, take, have.
Keep this up and we'll have half the cauldron in our bucket.
Fuel pump might be the right choice, but I want to keep the Goopmen train going, so let's just buy crew here.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
Okay. Yes, I am a little desperate for space right now. Let's go ahead and buy this. Let's just upgrade this tube. That's fine. You know, let's just go for a series of upgrades. Alright. I am going to buy that too.
Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy.
I'd bet putting all of the value into the waste or toxic barrel might be better than this weapon. Hard to say though. Once the uranium is enriched with the weapons thing, then there's no way that the barrel's better. Hit him with the goop. Goopity gunkman. One space just isn't enough here. It'll have to do. I'm gonna upgrade here. Oh, hey, I can make space like this.
That is definitely a choice.
Wow. Now, this could be a one that could actually run the nuclear reactor. The last 2 times I tried to run this, this item, I've lost those. So, I don't know. Like, the amount of space it takes is just insane. It's a 10-slot item, so that's like 2.5, 4 squares, and then we have to put crew around it. Seems a little dubious. Let's go for the smokestack upgrade. What's this crate do? Debuffs. Whoa, I'm at 43 fuel right now? That's amazing. Debuff resistance is very strong.
Oh, just roll over and die already.
Hit him with the goop. Oh, I didn't convert the one guy to Goopmen, so that was my fault.
I could flip this
Oh
sucker right back at the
my
station.
goodness. This item is too good to pass up. 40% chance to inflict radiation on activation. We'll put that on the gun. Wow, additional uranium. Okay. Like, it's kind of too late, but if we start losing a couple, it won't be. Okay, cool. Fine step. That's a good note. Thank you.
Just leave room for the good stuff.
There's no dang room on this ship. I'll go for another tube upgrade, sure. Smokestack as well. I'm in. Alright.
Let's get
Feels
you
like this
one
build's
for a
been
grub
super on
story.
rails.
A fellow mercenary.
I've enjoyed
We
it.
should team up sometime.
Okay, instead of upgrading the pump here... Oh my god, why? Everything's so good. Okay, waste barrel then. Alright, I really need this 4 spot if we're gonna do anything here. Alright, let's go here,
That is
and then we'll
definitely a choice.
force the tubins in. Smokestack is a further reduction here. Okay, the uranium is enriched now. The fact that these are still locked probably means I should have locked in less stuff. It's fair. Yeah, 46 fuel's plenty. Does anybody know how charge works in this game? Do items overcharge on the tubes, or are you incentivized to have them be kind of exact on the amount they give towards the amount of charge? I'm going to guess there's no overcharge on activation. We'll see. Well,
Is your crew screaming?
maybe there is.
Good. Can't stay in one place too long.
Surprised we won that one. That was a very, very tricky one. Alright, pick one here. I'm gonna pick the stainless steel hull. Oh yeah, it's Goopmen time. Set up the old Goop conga
Room
line.
for the good stuff.
Everybody likes that. But my favorite item, ventilation system. Just for my sanity, let's do it this way. Oaks dokes. Hit 'em with the goop.
I've heard enough out of you.
Ooh.
Good.
That was
Can't
two
stay
really
one place too
devastating
long.
builds. Mine just happened to win out. Thanks, Waste Bump. Yeah, without the double tube on the waste pump, that was definitely a loss. Like, look at this ship. It seems disgusting. You know, actually, if they had maybe removed this piece and had one less weight, they would have won that. Fuel pump it is. Alright, we'll upgrade the hero here for sure. Fuel pump upgrade. Okay, so Bizarroscope, at this game, this is your three main resources. Items will either use ammo, fuel, or electricity. These have some things, like this gives debuff resistance. But yes, this does indicate how much you're creating. So right now we're going 0.05 up a second. We're not losing any fuel from our item activations. Really only relevant for longer combats and if you're at a lower amount. Though there is incentive to keep the amount up on this because we get debuff resistance per fuel. So we're getting a lot of defensive bonuses for having that. Why did I combine those? I thought I was buying this. I'm not. I want to move these to the front of the ship. Since the Goopmen do technically fire projectiles, getting them closer to the front of the ship means the projectiles arrive sooner. Yeah, this took me a while to get the hang of the resources, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty straightforward. For the most part, the resources don't matter because most combats don't last that long, but if you only have like 10 of a resource, you can go through it pretty quick. No, when you run out of resource they won't activate. You see, like, items have a specific cost, so it takes 1 electricity to activate the ventilation system. So if we had 0 electricity, the item would not activate. It gets like a little electricity cross symbol through it.
That is definitely a choice.
Yeah, but as soon as you get that resource, it does fire, for sure. So I'm curious if doing it this way means that these guys are actually further back, or if... Yeah, it probably does. I think the distance between the two ships is set by the furthest point. So this does feel like it's going to be closer. It's actually more Goopmen or closer if we do it this way, because then the front of the ship becomes these two lanes. Alright, no matter where you go, there you are, right here at the moment. I mean, if we lose, we should get sewer tube in here. Definitely thematic for this build.
Nice ship. I'll take what's left of it. Oh, just roll over and die already.
Nice. Wow, radiation was highly effective there. Agreed, Iron Zephyr. Agreed. I mean, pretty much everything we tried today on this character has worked. I think that the sewer tube is probably the cleanest acid application route as far as initial application goes. But conveyor belt can definitely pull some shenanigans. The pipes are essentially charge items, Bizarro, so they take the charge from one item and give it to another. So you usually take a less desirable item and then feed the charge into your best item with the tube. I'm still not 100% on the best uses for tubes, but I mean, definitely getting like additional charge on waste pump is pivotal if you're using that item. Yeah, there's definitely Shenanigansville with pipes, no doubt. We got left for trinkets here, not too much. Say, probably 400 worth. I can tell you one combo I've really liked is the fuel pump into the corner tube into an item. It just works out really nice. You put it on the side of the conveyor belt here, and then the fuel pump's here, curved tube goes into the item at the end of the conveyor belt. I've definitely found the curved tubes a lot easier to use than the straight tubes. Because basically if you use a straight tube, you're taking up at least 3 vertical or horizontal just to get the effect. Or you can get the same effect on a curved tube getting only a 2x2. All right, everybody, that's going to conclude today. Thank you so much for the great time, wonderful company, awesome conversation. Appreciate your support as well. Honestly, I think I'm done with the ship for now. I'll probably get back to some other stuff tomorrow. That I will definitely be coming back to this game on future updates. Really enjoyed our last 4 play sessions. I think this game's awesome. I wasn't very interested in it when it first released in early access, but they put a lot of updates into the game. I think it's in a really good spot. Still has a little bit to go for 1.0, but it's very complete, and I think really, really fun. I enjoy thinking about the ship compositions a lot. Kind of hits that sweet spot that that backpack battles just didn't quite get there for me. I have over 100 hours of backpack battles. Like, it's a great game, but I just find this game more interesting to think about when it comes to putting the ships together. But anywho, I will be back and at it again tomorrow and Sunday. Catch you all then. Until our next one, keep it dapper and be good to each other. Appreciate you.